Bismillah. The son of a wealthy banker, Richard Meinertzhagen was born in London on the 3rd of March 1878, educated at Aysgarth School in North Yorkshire and later Harrow, where he overlaps with Winston Churchill. A keen bird watcher and influenced by Charles Darwin, a family friend, he kept a pet sparrow hawk which he would fly in Hyde Park. Following his father's wishes, he embarked on a banking career as a clerk in the German office where, despite his name, he began to learn the language. Returning to England, he enlisted in the Hampshire Yeomanry and in 1899, much against his father's wishes, was commissioned into the Royal Fusiliers. Serving in India, Burma and Kenya, he combined bird watching with the taxidermy of creatures he had shot. A talented artist, he regarded himself as a naturalist, explorer first, and a soldier second. However, his military duties saw him taking part in punitive expeditions against rebellious locals, where the confiscation of their cattle was a highly effective tactic in quelling rebellion by removing income and livelihood. On one of these expeditions, Meinertzhagen arranged a meeting with the leader of the Nandi rebellion and then shot him at point-blank range as they shook hands. His troops killed the remainder of the entourage, and the rebellion ended. Initially hailed as a hero, his presence in Kenya soon became an embarrassment and he was shipped home to the UK in disgrace. After a short penance and a staff job in London, he used family connections to effect a transfer to rejoin the Fusiliers, where he served in South Africa, Mauritius and India. In the early part of the Great War, Meinertzhagen served on the intelligence staff in Africa and was awarded the DSO. However, his forthright criticism of his superior officers caused him to be posted home in late 1916. Nevertheless, the following year he was operating an intelligence network in Palestine, utilizing Jewish officers serving in the Ottoman army as spies. He was credited with devising the Haversack ruse, in which a pack containing fake documents was allowed to fall into German hands. Although the British attack on Gaza would probably have succeeded anyway, it caught the attention of Winston Churchill, who, in the later World War, created the London Controlling Section, solely to devise ruses to fool the enemy. Although Meinertzhagen claimed credit for the ruse, he was not even involved. However, nobody criticized his account, as the real architect was killed in action soon afterwards, and another felt bound by the Official Secrets Act, not giving his account until 1956. After the war, Meinertzhagen was General Allenby's chief political officer, working on the Palestinian Mandate, which ultimately resulted in the creation of the State of Israel in 1948. He was an avowed Zionist, and in late 1947, Chaim Weizmann, the first president of Israel, wrote to him, "To you, my dear friend, we owe so much that I can only express it in simple words. May God bless you." He was also a prolific writer, although many of his claims have since been proved to be pure fantasy. He was undoubtedly a violent man, and Lawrence of Arabia wrote of him, "His instincts were abetted by an immensely powerful body and a savage brain." During his life, Meinertzhagen amassed a vast collection of exotic birds that he had shot on his numerous expeditions, giving him the academic reputation he craved. However, in the 1990s, a detailed examination of the collection in the Walter Rothschild Museum revealed that many of his specimens had in fact been stolen from the Natural History Museum. Throughout his long life, he always managed to remain one step ahead of scandal. In 1928, he started a relationship with his cousin Tess, over 30 years his junior. His wife threatened to expose this and his numerous frauds across the years. A few weeks later, she accidentally shot herself in the head during target practice, alone with her husband, who inherited her fortune. Colonel Richard Meinertzhagen, CBE DSO, was portrayed by Anthony Andrews in the 1987 film The Light Horseman, and by Jim Carter in the 1990 Lawrence or After Arabia. He and Tess lived in adjoining houses until his death on the 17th of June 1967.